Hey guys, welcome to part two of Talking Out Loud to Yourself is a technology for thinking. This is me reading the article without Foster correcting me. And as you could notice, the first part, the beginning of the first part, which means the last episode, I was a little bit, I mean, not scared of reading it, but it wasn't the best of me. And when I started to read the middle of it, it became better because I was already like, okay, reading it. What I want to say is that's okay if the beginning of what you're reading at first is not that good. It's normal, it's completely understandable because you need to make sure that your tongue is making all the movements, you're saying the words perfectly, and that you're pronouncing everything that you learned last week, right? So today I'm going to finish the last two paragraphs. So I'm going to start reading the one that it starts technological developments. And then I'm going to finish it. And that's it. I think my job is done. So if you want to read with me, I put the link on the show notes, which means the description of the article, and then you can read with me and see what I'm saying. And I think it's a better way of studying this with me. So let's go. Technological developments that make speaking seemingly redundant are also an obstacle to embracing our full cognitive potential. Recently, the technology entrepreneur Elon Musk declared that we are marching towards a near future without language, in which we'll be able to communicate directly, mind to mind, through neural links. Our brain spends a lot of effort compressing a complex concept into words, he said in a recent interview. And there is a lot of loss of information that occurs when compressing a complex concept into words. However, what Musk chalks up as effort, friction, and information loss also involves cognitive gain. Speech is not merely a conduit for the transmission of ideas, a replaceable medium for direct communication, but a degenerative activity that enhances thinking. Neuralinks might ease intersubjective communication, but they won't replace the technology of thinking while speaking. Just as Kleist realized more than 200 years ago, there are no pre existing ideas, but rather the heuristic process by which speech and thought co construct each other. So the next time you see someone strolling and speaking to herself in your street, wait before judging her. She might be in the middle of intensive work. She might be wishing she could say, I'm sorry, I can't chat right now. I'm busy talking to myself. And maybe, just maybe, you might find yourself doing the same one day. Okay, so this was the end of this article, and now I want to share some thoughts with you guys. And the reason that we stayed 2 weeks with this article, it was to show you guys how important it is to read and to talk out loud while reading. It makes sense. It makes your brain and your mouth be completely focused on what you're doing. I would say even more, record yourself while doing it because right after it, you can see how was your intonation, if your stress, where you put the stress on the words was good or not. So I think that the main thing here is the importance of reading to gain vocabulary and, of course, to recognize that you can do it and you have a lot to correct. So, of course, that as I said last episode, the way that I read it, it wasn't perfect. But to be completely honest, any English native speaker who would listen to me would completely understand because it was good. I mean, I was completely aware of the intonation. I was completely aware of what Foster corrected me last week. So I studied before doing it. Então, o que eu quero dizer aqui é o seguinte: se você não fizer um esforço de ler em voz alta e entender aquilo que você está estudando, entender aquilo que você está fazendo, não vai adiantar de nada. Por quê? Você vai continuar fazendo os mesmos erros, você vai continuar falando as coisas erradas, você vai continuar pronunciando da forma errada. Então, a importância de você ler, errar e depois ler de novo é essencial. Então, são 3 processos: ler, né, a primeira vez você lê, a segunda vez você lê em voz alta, e aí você vai entender o que você está errando. E a terceira vez você vai ler em voz alta de novo e já vai ter corrigido aquilo que foi errado na última vez. Então, para eu ser bem sincera, muita gente pergunta qual é a melhor forma de ganhar vocabulário, de melhorar e etcétera. Essa é uma das melhores formas. Lendo em voz alta, fazendo estudo ativo ao invés do passivo. Então tá aí. Eu tô muito feliz com o resultado, realmente estou. Eu acho que esse é um artigo super difícil de ler e eu tô exausta agora de ter lido de uma vez, mas valeu muito a pena para eu ver os meus resultados. So I hope that you have the same results as I do, and that's it. So keep up the good work and live well. Bye.